Hello, 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 every Skyrim buddy. And I just thought some of you who follow me and know about my heavily modded Skyrim might like to see the latest compilation of mods that I put together. Because for those of you who do know me, you know that I am not a fan of the ultra-sexualized female character. And so I've always tried to find ways of making the armors more modest. Well, I found a combination of mods, and if there really is a big interest, I can share that list with you before, because normally I'll share my list once my entire mod setup is finalized and ready, but I did come up with one that I found it did a good job of modifying all the armors. And it was actually designed for a different body type than what I use. I use CBBE. But the armor types themselves aren't body dependent, and so it works really well. Now one of them is, so let's start from the top, shall we? And I shall go through all of the different armors. Ancient Nord armor, for example. So we've got this Ancient Nord armor. This is using a combination of mods. One is the protective Ancient Nord armor, and then I have the other one, and I think protective is actually overriding that, but it's fine. It works for what it needs to do. It makes the Ancient Nord armor look far more protective and fitting, and less of a overly skimpy sexualized version just because the character is female. I always hated the idea that if a character's gender completely changed around how the armor looked. If I take the body off of a dead Draugr, then it should look the same regardless of the gender of my character or the follower I am giving it to. Then we've got Banded Iron. As you can see, it's big, thick, heavy metal armor, so why would you mold in giant breasts? You don't. This is for that other body mod I was telling you about, but as you can see, it works really well in making it look, because it is the male armor, it's just been slightly adjusted to the female form. And let's look at the Chitin armor. It's about the original. This seems to be overriding the more modest armors, but it's not too bad. Not too bad. Let's look at the cultist robes. Cultist robes. Still using the original body type, but not too bad, not too bad. Dawn Guard armor. Here we go. That definitely looks badass. If I saw a woman in the Dawn Guard wearing this, I would definitely be afraid. And let's look at the Dawn Guard light armor. We've got the Dragon Scale armor. We've got the Falmer heavy armor. Having a bit of poke through from this item in the inventory. I use for modesty's sake. We have... We'll do glass last because glass is a little bit different. We have the Imperial armor. Again, looking good, looking good. Regular iron armor, not the banded. Just a regular iron. The Master robes. Nordic armor. So now Freya will be much more of a badass. Oh, we've got the rough... Whoops, that's the completely wrong armor, isn't it? I completely took all the armor off. We've got Stalhrim. This one, unfortunately, is a skimpy version because I just can't live without the refractive Stalhrim mod. And unfortunately, it doesn't play well with the modesty mod. But good God, look at that refraction. That is beautiful, man. And the heavy armor offers a bit more coverage, and it's just as refractive. I had to make a choice. I could either go with the matte armor being modest, or this badass refractive armor. Unfortunately, I couldn't get both. Steel armor. Steel plate. Studded Imperial. Vampire Royal. Now, Serana wearing this armor would be absolutely terrifying, I would think. And now, lastly, let's look at a couple of other things. I have one mod installed that, is the improved closed face helm, so you can actually see the faces through the helmets. But it also plays along nicely with circlets. So if we tilt the camera up, you can see the circlet in there. I also have enhanced camera, so I can look down like that, for those of you who are curious. And lastly, let's look at the full glass armor set, which actually does play well with the Modesty mod. I was surprised by that. This is actually using the mail mesh, but it's got the transparency in effect because, the mod maker apparently made it in a way that it plays well when you replace the mesh with the mail mesh. Now, of course, if you look in, you can see the boobage, the nudage, and there's a variation on it where she'll have underwear. I was trying to find a way of getting that and the underwear mod to play along, but they don't, unfortunately. As you can see, if I were to take off the glass armor, she's got, her custom underwear here. But the glass armor doesn't recognize it, so I'll probably just use the variation on the glass armor that comes with underwear underneath. The fun of mod testing, my friends. But look at that. That is absolutely amazing. And for those of you who are wondering, these mods are not all female dependent. Look, you can even see the circlet through the glass helmet. Is that cool or what? Toggle free camera. I gotta find a better way of controlling the free camera. It is way too jumpy. But for those of you who are curious, yes, these the glass mod, because the other ones obviously wouldn't be relevant, because, male body types and all that. But yes, the glass body mod, or the glass armor mod, doesn't give a damn about your gender. I can just do it from here, can't I? Glass helmet, circlet. So here we are. Male version, same character. You can see the circlet there. If I were to switch to the Dawn Guard full helmet, you see the circlet's still in there. You can see that the armor's all glassy and transparent, showing the actor underneath. Very cool. And lastly, Stalhrim. As you can see, the refractive Stalhrim does work on the male model. Just like I said, it overwrites the female model with the skimpy mesh, which is kind of a bummer. But look at that refraction. And lastly, here's the Stalhrim heavy armor. And yes, it applies to the boots and the helmet and everything. I shall actually, for the benefit of our viewing audience, why don't I console in the full Stalhrim set? So, help, S-T-A-H-R, L-H, Stalhrim, there we go. Stalhrim boot. So, player dot equip item 701 CD 7E. And we need GAU. That's 701 CD A5. And we need Stalhrim helm 701 CD A1. And of course we're going to need Stalhrim heavy gauntlets. We'll just do an add item on that. Well, we can do equip item, because I can always change through them. 701 CD A0 Stalhrim heavy boot 701 CD 9E. And let's see, Stalhrim heavy helm. Wow, there is not a version of a Stalhrim heavy helm that doesn't have an enchantment on it? I am surprised. Yeah, we'll just do 702 9251. So there isn't like, oh, maybe there has to be a Stalhrim light helmet. Stalhrim light. There it is. 701 CD A3. So let's go and just get all the Stalhrim stuff favorited. Don't need that one. Oh, developers. You and your odd naming conventions. Alright, so let's see. Let's look at the Stalhrim armor, boots, gauntlets, and a light helmet. So that's the Stalhrim light set, as you can see, fully refractive. Very cool. And of course, we've got the heavy set. Still very cool in its highly refractiveness. You have to admit, that's a very cool effect. And of course, if we pull up the erase menu and switch over to a female version of this character, we will get the, granted we'll get the skimpy version of it, but we still get the refraction. And the effect is very nice. I'll go with, I don't know, Khajiit, why not? Do something a bit different. So there we've got our Stalhrim armor. I definitely have to remove the Khajiit, Havoc Khajiit tail, because that just does not work. We're looking at the heavy set, so yeah, that's a heavy helmet. And this also does apply to the glass and Stalhrim weapons as well. But you have to say, that refraction effect is absolutely beautiful. Though it seems like the mod maker missed a couple of pieces on the light set for the females. Or maybe just for the female Khajiit. In any case, I hope you all enjoyed it. Peace out.